Hey, what's going on? So this is gonna be a replay review, and I'm gonna be doing this review for my friend Chris. Uh, his replay. We played together. He's a gold player. I'm grand champ in 2s and 3s, and I told him I would do it just to help him out, help him identify where he's going wrong and things like that, just to see if he can. It'll help him improve. So this is mostly for you, Chris. But anyone else who wants to watch, more than welcome to. Why not? So let's get I don't know who we should get on here. Probably you. Let's go on you. If I can figure out how to get to you. All right. So this is Chris. When Trex attacks. Number 9. All right. That's me, Habib T. And we're just playing solo. Well, I guess not solo queue, but we're just playing casual 2v2. So we're just going to watch this game back and identify where things went wrong and how they could be better and just go from there. So we'll just start the game up. So here I'm going for kickoff, which he's trusted me. He's going for boost, which that's nothing wrong with that. He could cheat up or go for boost, but I always go for boost personally as well, so I see nothing wrong with that. He's following the play. Not too bad. Okay. This was definitely preventable on his part. So let's go back and see where this went wrong. So let's see, hold on. Back a little further, just to the beginning and just start it off again. So I did the kickoff. I went for a 50-50 there, and now he's last man back. He knows, well, he should know at this point, I'm out of the play because I used all my boost mostly on kickoff, and then I just 50'd the ball, and I lost. Well, not lost, but it's basically neutralized, and I went out of the play in the corner over there. So now at this exact moment, he should realize that he needs to see right there, right here, he needed to make a choice, and Chris, seemed like maybe you weren't sure what to do here. But what you should have done here is either immediately challenge that ball, because his angle, like he's coming at it from a side angle. If you went full speed right after that happened and challenged the ball, yeah, you could have probably beat him on that 50, because I think you could have won that. Because right here you're too close. So if he just hit that ball straight on net, it would have, I mean, which he did, but he didn't dodge into the ball. But if he hit the ball as hard as he could on net, calling your bluff here, then it would just go straight in, just how it does right here, but he didn't dodge into it. He hit the ball towards net, and he hits it again because he realized that he's going to beat you to the ball. But even if you didn't challenge here, like say, so I did my 50, and say like you decided I'm not going to challenge here, you needed to turn around a lot faster. So like here you stopped boosting and then you just drive normal again. You're too slow. You needed to turn like immediately and boost as fast as you could immediately, and immediately getting into a shadowing position where you're like in front of him while he's coming towards goal with the ball, so you could try to block his shot. But since he hit the ball like that, it would have just came back to you, and you would have been able to easily tap it over to your left-hand corner right here to save it. So you were a little bit behind the play. So if you were a hair closer, you could have stopped that. So that's something you could work on there, is just trying to recognize positions. So there, good on you noticing he wasn't going, and then I followed up. Let's see, we're watching you, see what's gonna go on here. Not a bad kickoff, I guess, for gold. Let's see, so you're watching back, I 50'd. I'm doing most of the pressure because I know that some of these balls you can't get to. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. You hit it off the backboard. Right there. So right here I'm back. That's actually the perfect time to challenge, because you're able to jump up in time if he tries to pop it over you and stop him. You just flipped to the right instead of straight forward. So that kind of messed up and put us in a awkward position, because he was able to get the ball past you. I'm not sure if he scores. No, he didn't score, but if he got the double tap, it would have been a goal probably, because I just got back. So here you turned. That's good, because you realized you couldn't get it. There, let's just see this one more time. So you realized you were missing. So right here, what you should have done, I'm gonna break off your character really quick. You should have realized that I'm back and waiting for this. So instead of turning towards the ball like you did here, you should have let me have it, because I was back waiting for it already. So what you should have done here, instead of turning towards the ball, is went back and rotated back to the net and waited for me to challenge, and then reacted based on that. So instead of what happened here is you're now like basically in the way of me clearing the ball out. So we 50'd the ball together and then it went to the left instead of me clearing it out this way. So in that aspect, just a basic awareness, I guess, just being aware where I am at all times in my position. So here I'm waiting, and then I realized you missed, so I took it. Let me go back one more time and you see that what just happened between me and that guy. So I realized you missed, so I started taking it. He turned to challenge immediately, so he beat me. Here, this is like, in my opinion, this is like a panic save. Jumping here is never going to be good for you. Actually, they should have scored there, in my opinion. Let me see this again. So I took it, he 50'd. Right here, what you should have been, so like, right when I took the ball from you, it looks like you stopped moving. You should have kept on driving back around. Let's see, like, this is another example of, we're basically double committing to a position here, but I was helping you out. So right when you saw me take the ball, you should have been continued driving this way towards net. Maybe grabbing this pad and this pad to be ready to deal with whatever happens next. So that's what I would have done if I was you in that position. Trying to get back on you. I think this is what, no, wait. We're on cinematic view or some shit. Hold on. Him, me, you. What is it to deal with this cinematic? There we go. Alright, let me back it up one more time so we can see this. So like I said, you slowed down driving here. You should have kept moving forwards after you saw me taking the ball right here, because you were looking right at me with ball cam on. Then you would have driven, gotten those two pads back towards net. So then you're already kind of over in that direction instead of still sitting right where you are right now. Because then what you did here was you're kind of facing the ball at a weird angle. So it kind of made you like panic jump, I think. Backflipping here was not a good idea because it just throws the ball back towards them. It's still kind of in a dangerous position. What you should have done here was what I said earlier, so you'd be more in a favorable position to try and hit that to the corner. Or what you could have done is, if you, this has to do with also like reading the bounces and stuff, which maybe has caused this problem, is you weren't unable to read the bounce properly off the wall. But if you were in a slightly better position here, even if you were still in this same position, you could have like side flipped into it and at least booted it to that corner instead of trying to backflip it, because if you hit that, it would have hit it straight out to Soggy Bread if you saw like the line that you just had on that. And then it kind of still went to him, but I was able to get somewhat in the way there, even though I blew up, to prevent him from getting a straight goal. So it still went to the, see, the trail is orange because I hit it. So here, I think overall you're just a little bit slow on the field. Like, you don't have boost here, which is not bad, but you need to be flipping more. So like right here, you should be flipping to that pad in the middle in front of you and that other pad right there, and getting to the ball as fast as you can, because you're not getting all the boost you need. There, you should have, right here, you kind of gave him a free hit. Like after you grab this boost, as soon as you grabbed that, you should have went for that ball immediately, because the reason behind this play, so you grab that boost, he's coming for it, he just grabbed boost. Look how much closer you are to the ball than he is. So either it's going to be a 50-50 or you're going to clean beat him to that ball if you jump for it. Maybe since you're not that great in the air, it might have been 50-50. But look where I am. So I just respawned right here. I'm behind you. So I'm ready to follow up whatever play comes from this interaction right here. So I'm trying to get back to us. So based on that, what happens here is you didn't go, then he just clean beats you, hits it right over you. You kind of, if you even watch that clip back that I just showed, you kind of just, you grabbed the boost. It's almost like you were afraid to jump for the ball, I think. Like right here, you should have just double jumped up and tried to hit it. Even if you thought you might miss, you just try and do it anyways. So right here, you just kept driving underneath the ball, and he saw that, so he just clean beat you. And obviously I just respawned and I'm a good defender, so I just boom cleared it out. There you went for the 50, that was good, because I'm behind you, so now you can go. I think your problem is just lack of, like, not enough time in game to be aware with these kinds of bounces and stuff, and like where to angle the car and all that. It'll come with time. So you had the right idea and you did everything right here. It's just obviously you jumped a little too high and then you kind of flew over the ball, which isn't bad. Like I expect those kinds of things when I'm playing with somebody a little bit lower. So you got demoed. I'm clearing out the ball. I got bumped. I'm still back. So here, it's not too bad what's going on. Right there, that was terrible. That was terrible. Right? So I know 100% there's no way you didn't see me right there. I'm full in your view. You can see me. So don't tell me you didn't see me. So we're going to switch to my POV so you can see what I saw. I don't have a lot of boost, but even if I don't, I'm still on the ball and you need to back me up. So the fact that you just swooped in and like stole it like that threw me off, and then since now we're basically in the same position, if they were to jump and hit that, they would dunk me and you, and then they would score. Which almost happened. Like you see, if you get out of this, like you already see him going up for it, and now I'm turning back for boost because you took the ball away from me. So one thing that I notice a lot with your play as well is like you double commit a lot. So maybe if you see your teammate on the ball, you get really close. Just don't get like right up your teammate's ass. Like stay back. Let the play just keep a safe distance and like drive in like a circle kind of thing. Like keep your momentum up in the general area and then proceed from that point. Once you realize what's supposed to happen or what you're gonna do next. So you've hit it to the corner. Oh, I'm watching my POV. I'm sorry. I need to watch yours. So you hit it to the corner. You went for the wall hit, not bad. You're following it up, 50-50, not bad. Rotating back. Okay. Got boost, not bad. You're see, like right here, you're a bit too close in my opinion. Went right over your head. I actually knew that was going to happen before I even watched this part. Based on your position, I already knew that was probably going to happen. So let's back up again. Let's see this. So where you want to be I'm going to get out of this so you can see. Way too close here. You want to be like back where this pad is right here. Distance-wise. When it's this kind of interaction. Because you're too close here to interact with a play that might fly too far over. So if you look at the field, if you measure from like this midline, that white line you can see, to like this pad here. That's probably like the safer distance to be, so that way you could have reacted in time. Trying to get back to regular camera. So for you being a lower rank, I know that you wouldn't be able to react in time to that. But if this was me, it's going to come with time, skill, and all that stuff. If this was me, I may have been able to jump in time to block that, but even for me, that's hard to react to. That's too fast. That's why I said you need to be back where that other boost pad is, near the net, so you can react to something like this. So it goes over your head. If he was a little better, he could have just slammed that right in off the back wall, but he screwed up, luckily. So you're waiting on net here, that's a good idea. Waiting for me to 50-50 the ball. Waiting for me to get back, that's good. Right here, you kind of got faked. Which put me in a 2v1. So what you want to do in this kind of position is, I see where you were going for. You thought he was going to maybe pop it. In my opinion, maybe it's just the trained eye, but he had the ball too low to do that, and you had more momentum and speed than he was going to be able to get to pop that, so you want to go low on that. Or at least you want to jump in a way that where you have kind of both options covered. Right here you kind of jumped and like flew over, like committed fully over. Sometimes there's like an in-between. You can kind of like be up and low at the same time, and then halfway through your aerial, if you notice he's not going high, you can kind of dodge a little bit low to get a piece of the ball. I've had success with that. So you flew over, which it's understandable. See, then I took it from him, not bad, but I was in a 2v1. Your job in your position prior to that, where you were challenging first, was to challenge the ball for me. And then here, I'm not sure what this guy was doing. He kind of like really bad control there, and then you're good of you to slam that in. Notice that he was screwing up on the wall there. Nice so far, good distance. See, this is good distance. Now you're too close, that's too close. So here, let's watch this. So here I go for the ball, I get a demo. Two things could have happened here. I could have rotated, I could have took that big boost right next to my car and rotated out and let you come in. But if I let you do that, he's got control. So the reason why I turned here is because he's getting control, and I'm trying to set up a pass for you or score. So you needed to stay back. Let's see. I'll show you right where you should have been. Right here in this zone right here, like no closer than like where that pad is to your right, a little, or in this general zone. So that way, if the ball goes high, you can try and jump up and score. So when you saw me turning here, you should have recognized that immediately. Recognized that I'm not rotating out, and you should have turned your car more mid, like, and stayed middle here, and waited for the resulting challenge. And you got kind of close. Now I want you to consider this: where the ball is and how many defenders are in the way. There's none. So if you had driven middle here instead of flying up to the ball like you did, you would have had an open goal to score on, because I cleared out both the defenders for you. So instead of that happening, you got too close to the play too early, and then you were in a bad position. If it was me, I could have scored this, but since you're a lower rank, you're not too good with the ball control and turning it in really fast. But you could have definitely popped it here and then pushed it in either way, or tried to. But instead you got a bad touch and then you reversed, which actually reversing that far away was kind of a really bad idea. I'm not sure what you were doing here, to be honest. You should have stayed on that ball. Yeah, that's just not good overall. Like reversing in a match is like basically you almost never want to do it. The same thing with backflipping. You don't really ever do those things in a match unless you really need to for some reason. But there you should have just kept pressuring the ball in their half. Backing up was not the play. So then I just took it because I knew you were kind of out of it there. I hit it mid there. That was a good save, but we need to go back and see this again. So I hit it middle. You should have. So whenever you're in this position, you need to recognize that they can hard clear the ball. So they can slam it downfield, and you need to stay back. Like, you need to get way farther back, because being able to deal with a hard clear means you need to have distance to be able to react and get up in the air if needed, if you need to block it or hit it to the corner or whatever you need to do. This position here is just not good, not good enough. Your turn was too slow, and even though you had 100 boost, it doesn't matter because your position is not good. So then you had to use all your boost, literally all the way down to 0 to get back to save that. So you should have been, when he hit that ball, let's see, when he slammed that, let's see, you should have been, say, no further up than like right here. That's where you'd want to have been if that was what you were doing. Let's get back to your car. So he hit that, and then you got, I don't want to call it slight luck, but it was a good save based on what the situation. Here you're way too close. Way too close. You want to stay, instead of following me to the corner there, you have no boost. What you'd want to do is stay near the net, or driving around near the net, collecting, here. You'd want to be driving around to the net in this area, collecting these little boost pads to get some boost while you're waiting for me to make a play, because he's over there taking that boost, so he's out of the play for a while, and he's across the field. So you've got plenty of time to... Sorry, I'm trying to get back to your car. Actually, why don't I just... Oh my gosh, I can literally just do player view. Yeah, there we go. We'll just do that from now on. You can literally just chillax for a minute and let me take it while you get some little pads. But you follow me to the corner. There's no boost in the corner. You still don't have boost. So any bad result from this, you're not going to be able to get back to the net in time at all. Here you're just way too close. So like you're underneath the ball with me. It's not good. You're turning, now you're going back. And I want you to take a note of this. Right here, you should have turned ball cam off a while ago. I mean, so you're staring up at the ceiling right now. You can't even see the ground. Then you turned it off. Instead of jumping immediately like you did, I want you to just take a look at what that did for you. So you flipped back, but there's a pad here, pad here, pad here, and a pad here. That's like 50 boost. And there's 5 pads. If you drove back through this line back to net, you'd have like 60 boost to play with after the fact. So because you flipped before, you basically blind flipped in my opinion, because you turned it off immediately and then flipped immediately. You missed all 3 of those. You got 1 out of the 3 pads that were in your driving path. So you got 20 boost instead of like 60. I know you're not very good with aerials, so I don't blame you for that. I'm just trying to show you the best positions to put yourself in. Here you kind of gave away the ball. I'll try and help you out. So instead of driving into the ball at full speed like you did here, if you're going to do something like that, try and so you hit it off the wall. That's good. Right here is good. It's a good setup. Instead of boosting down into the ball, let off the boost and lightly drive into the ball and then stay behind it. Because when you hit it out in front of your car like that, you basically pass it to the other side, or they're free to come in and hit it past you. So you got the demo, you stole their boost. That's good. Here you need to go back because now it's me. Got the boost. Okay. Good hit. You should have followed that through the air. Yeah, that was just that whole scenario. here is just not good. So you hit it off. What you could have tried to do is jump off the wall and try and boost through the air to hit it out further. That's something you should try and do in training. Get used to jumping off the wall and boosting and hitting it to see if you can make contact with the ball. Because what you did here is you hit it out. That's basically a pass to the other team. See, I want to show you his POV. Vibe. Alright, let's get on his POV. Let's go back. So we're watching the guy that jumps for it. So he sees you and me. He sees you hit it out. As soon as he sees you hit it out, he's already jumped. He's already up in the air. Because he knows that he's going to be first to get there. So if he hadn't spun like that, if he just hit it straight, it would have been up to me to defend this shot, which would have been really hard on net, so I may have missed. But since he screwed up, I was able to... That didn't happen. And then we need to talk about what happened after that. So you hit it out, not the end of the world. Here you jumped way too late in my opinion, because he was beating you to he was going to beat you to that ball every time. He was already making contact with the ball by the time you had jumped. So if that's the case, if you know someone's going to beat you to the ball, don't jump at all. Just don't, because it's not gonna do anything at all. If you know they're gonna hit it, you're not gonna get there in time, you need to start preparing for the result of the hit. So you should either be in the net, or pre-jumped in the air to try and block his hit, because it's the only way you're gonna stop it, or hopefully he screws up. Here was just like a panic jump, or I'm not sure what you were doing, but whatever just happened there, don't do that. And then luckily I got it past him and scored. Not too bad. Good kickoff. You could have tried to hit that in, which you did. Just gonna take time to get used to those hits, those reads. Here you're putting pressure on the wall for him, that's pretty good. Then ball for me. Here you're too close, you're following me. You gotta get out, try and break that habit of following me. What you should have done here is, what I would have done, instead of going this path you're going, is I would have taken, oh, you'll see in a second when I pause it. I would have taken that pad to your right and that 100 boost in the corner and waited for the result of what's happening here, instead of following me all the way down. Or at least if you didn't do that, at least take some of the pads over middle and wait middle, because I blew that guy up and now I'm setting up a pass for you, or I'm supposed to be, because like you missed that because I just want you to see, you need to see how bad this was. So you chose, I'm going to show you this a few different angles. As I said, what you could have done is grab that 100 boost and came down middle. Like, you needed to be over here. Instead, you followed me along this side of the wall. No, Chris, no. So just look at this. Look, I blew that guy up, right? So he respawned on that side, but look where the ball is. He's not getting to it. That guy's over there, he's not getting to it. But who's in the middle to score? And then look what you did, Chris. You fucked up. You fucked up. Alright, so let's see this one more time. So if you were middle, I'm going to pretend this camera angle is you. If you were middle, I'm going to pretend I'm you. With ball cam on or whatever. I'm driving middle. And I scored. But instead, fucking Pigeon Man's in the goddamn net with no goal. Even here, this position wasn't even bad. Like, if we go back and just see this one more time. So you came down in. Your problem here with scoring, even if we ignored all the problems you just created for yourself by taking this path down the field, you're almost directly underneath the ball right here. So if you were even, say, right here where this, even like a few inches, feet back, whatever, however you measure this shit, where this pad is, and you just inched your way up in front of the goal and waited for it to come down and jumped it, you would have scored that 100%. There's nobody here. You tried to like rush it in off the corner, and you just banged it off the wall and didn't score. So you put yourself in a really bad position there, and then you just screwed yourself up big time. You're rotating back, not too bad. Here, alright, let's see this one more time. Right here was something. So right here you should have recognized I'm going for the ball still, and the 50-50 or whatever results from right here, you don't know what's about to happen. It could pinch to our side, to their side, it could go up to the ceiling. The ball could go anywhere right here, because we don't know what's going to happen. So he beat me to the ball and hit it back to our side, which you didn't know that was going to happen. So where you should have been, hold on, I'm trying to figure this out. None? Yeah, so where you should have been is over here, or over here in net. And then you could follow, because then you could drive, see where the camera is over here. If I was the car view, if I was sitting here, I could now follow this up and hit it. Here, I'm just going to let it play out and see what happens. Yep, so if I was sitting here, I could have hit this before Vibe got to it and banged it off this corner, and it would have flown out that way towards Soggy Bread. Just so you can get an example of how this should go, or how you can make it better for yourself. Here you should be okay. That's not too bad. Right there, that's a panic jump. You should not have jumped for this. So right here, you need to recognize you don't have enough boost to reach that whatsoever. I would have turned ball cam off immediately, like upon noticing, okay, right here in this situation, you need to recognize there's nothing good you can do. You can't get to the ball, it's too high. There's a 100 boost directly in front of you. Turn ball cam off, grab that boost, rotate out, or try and, after you grab the boost, maybe you can make a 50-50 play on it. Because right here they're waiting for you to make a play. Vibe and Soggy Bread, they're just sitting there. Well, actually Vibe jumped for it, so what you could have done was taken that 100 boost and rotated back. So what I want to do is view it from my POV. So I took this mid boost. I didn't know you have no boost, so I'm just watching. So you did a really weird flip, and I'm just seeing what happens from this point of view. I noticed he missed, so then I went in for the goal. But obviously it's me, so that's why I score from this weird ass position. But like I said, you'd want to have taken that, sort of rotating back, and then I could come in because I see her rotating back here. I could go for the ball from there. But instead we have this situation that occurred. So I think that was the end of the game. That guy quit. Yep, he quit. They all quit because no time left for them to win or whatever. But that's basically it in a nutshell. That's the replay review of When Trex Attacks number 9. And I'll do more of these for you and other people in the future if they want me to do so. So, yep, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.